Right then, let's get cracking. Opening a restaurant is a massive, brilliant adventure. It's about passion, it's about flavor, it's about bringing people together. But before you even think about firing up the stoves, you need a solid plan. It's not the sexiest part of the job, I know, but trust me, getting this right from the start is everything. So, first things first, what is your big idea? You can't be everything to everyone. You need to decide who you're cooking for. Are you making quick, tasty lunches for office workers? Are you creating a cozy spot for families? Maybe it's a romantic place for date nights. Pick one group and make them your absolute focus. Once you know who your guests are, it's time to think about the food. Your menu is your story. Tell a good one. But here's a tip. Keep it simple, mate. A massive menu is a nightmare for the kitchen and confusing for customers. Start with a small, powerful list, about 10 to 20 dishes. Make sure each one is a stunner. Think service style, counter service, quick and cheap, table service, classic restaurant experience. Each choice changes your costs and your vibe. Now for the numbers, the part that makes everyone nervous. But we can make this simple. Think pricing. Create a price ladder. Your star dish, your hero item. Add high-margin items, coffees, teas, simple drinks. These are your money makers. Have a lower-priced option for people in a hurry or on a tight budget. That way you have something for everyone without a messy menu. It's about clever balance. Finally, basic maths. Does the dream pay the bills? Number of seats, number of turns per day, average spend, that gives daily revenue. Aim for food costs, prioritize 30% of menu price. Drinks, 20-25%. Don't forget rent, staff wages, electricity. Save cash for 3 to 6 months of expenses, even if you make nothing. This is your safety net. Okay, you've got your brilliant idea. Now it's time to make it a real official business. In Germany, you have to choose a legal structure for your company. The simplest option is being a sole trader, Einzelunternehmer. It's fast and doesn't cost much to set up, but you are personally responsible for business debts. Another option is a UG, a mini limited company. It offers some protection, but there are rules. The most robust option is a GmbH, full limited liability. You'll need at least 25,000 to start a GmbH. Whichever you choose, register at the local trade office, Gewerbeanmeldung. If you choose UG or GmbH, you'll need to visit a notary. The notary will handle paperwork like your articles of association and the shareholder lists. It might feel like a lot of bureaucracy, but it's a process everyone goes through. Take it one step at a time. Get your ID and documents ready. This part usually takes 1 to 3 weeks, and it can cost a few €100. Next up, finding the perfect spot. Location is critical, not just foot traffic. Check local rules and zoning. Make sure the area allows for a restaurant. Check practical things. Proper ventilation for a kitchen hood. A grease trap. A strong power supply for fridges and ovens. Have a friendly chat with the neighbors. When negotiating the lease, try to get a few months rent-free. With a location secured, you need to get your licenses. First, register with the health authority, Gesundheitsamt. If you plan to sell alcohol, you need a Gaststättenerlaubnis. You usually take a short IHK course and provide a clean criminal record. Gather documents, floor plans, the lease agreement, and your hygiene plan. Process and fees vary by city, and check early with your local authority. Now we get to the heart of your restaurant, the kitchen. This is where the magic happens, but it needs to be safe and efficient. Food safety is not something you can mess around with. You need to create a HACCP plan. That stands for Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Points. It's a simple idea, mapping out every step your food takes, from delivery, to prep and cooking, to the customer's plate, and identifying any risks. Set rules for cooking temperatures. Set rules for how you cool food down. Set rules for how you store it. Prevent problems before they happen and keep customers safe. Your HACCP plan must be written down, not just in your head. Keep logs to prove you're following your rules. Write down fridge and freezer temperatures every day. Keep cleaning schedules, make notes on pest control checks, track all allergens in your dishes so you can give customers accurate information. Train every team member on hygiene rules. In Germany, this is covered by IFSG 43. Keep records of their training certificates. Health inspectors will want to see the paperwork. Think workflow when building or renovating. Design clear separation between raw ingredients and ready-to-eat food, uncooked meat, vegetables, ready-to-eat food. This prevents cross-contamination. Use smooth, durable, easy-to-clean surfaces. Install plenty of hand-wash sinks with soap and paper towels. Keep them separate from sinks for washing food or dishes. Comply with fire safety and waste disposal rules. Budget the fit-out carefully. Costs $1,000 to $3,000 per square meter or more for high-end. Choose commercial-grade appliances. Home ovens or fridges won't stand up to restaurant demand. Factor fit-out time into your 90-day plan. The right layout and equipment from day one saves headaches. A well-designed kitchen is a happy, productive kitchen. Let's talk about the bit that keeps the whole operation running smoothly. Your systems and your people. First up, your cash register, or your point of sale, POS system. In Germany, this is serious business. You can't just use any old cash box. You need a certified electronic POS. It must have a special security module called a TSE. This is a legal requirement to prevent tax fraud. The system must be able to print a receipt for every single transaction. And you have to keep all the digital records for the tax office. It might seem like a pain, but a good POS system is your best friend. Quick pause. If this helps, please like and subscribe for more videos. One of the trickiest things is VAT, value-added tax. The tax rates can be confusing. If a customer eats inside, VAT is usually 19%. If they take the same meal to go, VAT might be 7% for some items. You have to program your POS to apply the correct tax rate per item. Getting this wrong can mean big fines from the tax office, so double-check everything or get advice from a tax consultant. Your restaurant is nothing without a brilliant team. Hiring staff means you officially become an employer. That comes with responsibilities. Register as an employer with the tax office. Get your company number, Betriebsnummer. Every employee must be registered for Social Security. Health insurance, pension, unemployment insurance. Join the Accident Insurance Fund for hospitality. BGN, have proper employment contracts for everyone. Meticulously track working hours and breaks to comply with labor laws. Beyond the legal stuff, build a great team culture. Train staff on their specific jobs. Train them on your restaurant's vision. Train in hygiene. Train in basic first aid. If you hire mini-job workers, use the Mini-Job Zentral registration. And don't forget about tips. Decide a clear, fair policy for collecting and distributing tips. A happy, well-trained team that feels valued will give your customers the best possible experience. Running a restaurant is about more than just great food and service. It's about creating an atmosphere, a whole experience. The music you play is a huge part of that. If you play any kind of recorded music, even just the radio, you need to get a license from GEMA. GEMA collects royalties for songwriters and composers in Germany. The fee depends on the size of your restaurant and how you use the music. They do check, so don't skip it. A quiet restaurant can feel a bit soulless. The right soundtrack is worth the investment. Dream of a lovely outdoor terrace? It's great for customers, but you can't just put tables on the pavement. You'll need a Sondernutzungserlaubnis, outdoor seating permit. Rules often cover the type of furniture you can use, the exact area you can occupy, and the hours you're allowed to operate. Same for outdoor signs. Regulations control size of signage, style of signage, and placement of signage. Speaking of paperwork, let's get organized. From the very beginning, keep all your important documents in one safe, accessible place. I recommend a big binder or a dedicated digital folder. Copies of everyone's IDs, signed lease, detailed floor plans. Full HACCP plan with logs. Hygiene certificates for all your staff. IHK course certificate, criminal record checks, proof of all your insurance policies. When inspectors visit, finding everything quickly shows you're professional and in control. It saves a lot of stress. Finally, a quick word for founders who are not from an EU country. The process for you has a few extra steps. You need a very strong business plan, solid proof that you have the funds to launch and run the restaurant. Show how your business benefits the local economy. For example, by creating jobs. Visa and residency permits can take many weeks or even months. Start early. Don't underestimate the time it takes. Get professional advice and be prepared for a lot of paperwork. It's a hurdle, but with good preparation, it's absolutely achievable. All right, the big day is getting closer. It's time for the final push. The last couple of weeks are all about testing, training, ticking off the final boxes. Let's break it down into a simple timeline. First 4 weeks, concept, financial plan, hunting for a location. Weeks 5 to 10, signing the lease, starting the fit-out, applying for permits. Weeks 8 to 12, finalizing your HACCP plan, hiring your core team, training your core team. This is when everything starts to feel very real. Now for your budget. Setting up your company and getting the basic licenses will likely cost between $1,000 and $3,000. The biggest expense is usually the fit-out and equipment, which can be $30,000 for a small, simple setup to over $200,000 for a larger, high-spec restaurant. On top of that, you absolutely must have working capital. This is the cash you need to pay for rent, salaries, and your first food orders before you start making steady money. Plan to have enough to cover at least 3 months of these costs. Let's talk about some common mistakes I see people make. The biggest one is creating a menu that's far too big. It stretches the kitchen too thin, and nothing ends up being truly great. Another classic error is being understaffed for the opening night. You will be busier than you think, so have extra hands ready. Also, make sure your allergen information is written down and accessible. It's a legal must. And please get your VAT settings right from day one. Lastly, don't skimp on your online presence. Good photos on your Google business profile are non-negotiable. People eat with their eyes first, and that starts online. So, what are the very last steps before you open to the public, run a mock service or a soft opening for friends and family? This is your dress rehearsal. Let them give you honest feedback. It's the perfect way to work out any kinks in the kitchen and with the service team. When you do your grand opening, consider starting with shorter hours and a slightly smaller menu for the first week or two. This lets your team build confidence. Track your sales every single day. See what's selling and what's not. Keep a calm head, be ready to adapt, and listen to your customers. Good luck, you've got this. Now go cook your heart out. If this helped, please like and subscribe and share it with anyone who needs this. Comment below if you need assistance.